What's going on? So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to put a melee system on your swords or any other melee weapon that you have. So first things first, you're going to want to get your model. So right here I have a little chain sword that I'm going to be putting on a melee system. Now what you're wanting to do is you're going to want a melee prefab. Now once I get verified uh, I will be able to put the descriptions of the specific places to actually download it. I'll probably put it in a Google document so you guys can download it for yourselves. I'm sorry for the inconvenience in the last video. Anyway, you're going to get your melee prefab and you're going to drag it and you're going to drop it right into the hierarchy. Now, right now, the only type of damage that you're having right now is walkthrough. Now, walkthrough is still very needed and useful, for it is your main damage. That goes through shields, and it's just your basic damage. You're going to get hurt, and that's about it. But let's say you want to have different particles, like bleed. You want to bleed. So, what you're then going to do is you're going to have to get this preset right here. It's named Hell. So, I will also be putting that in the description once I get verified. So what you're wanting to do to actually get this preset into your collisions, with your collisions down here where you see walkthrough, so it's going to look like this. These are all of your layers that you're going to want, but the only one that it has is walkthrough. So you want more than walkthrough. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to go up here, 2 layers. I might have cut it out here a little bit. I'm sorry for that, but up here it should say layers next to account and layout. So you're going to come down here to edit layers, and then you're going to click this little button right next to the question mark. You should see your Hell preset, and then you should just do save current to, and you can do whatever, just name it Hell. Oh wait, don't do that, my bad. Just name it tag manager, it doesn't really matter, but boom. Now when you come back over here, it should all be here. This is what you want. Now, to set up your melee system so where it doesn't be all goofy. So this is the shape. This is where all of the damage is at. But we don't want that because obviously that's not where the blade is. So we're going to adjust that. So do not move the particle system with these movement buttons up here. Move them down here where it says shape. So you're going to press this button right here to actually move it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click this button and you're going to get these dots right here and you're going to just shrink it down. And basically what you're doing here is you're just kind of shaping it to what you want in terms of size of what you want the actual damage to be a part of on the chainsword. So here I'm just going to expand it out a little bit, move it forward where it's nice and snug, and then boom. So that's where the damage is going to be at, and that's where you're actually going to be able to hit and kill someone. Now we go on to emissions. For emissions, you are going to want you're going to want 6500 for PC, and then you're going to want to put the max particles right here as 650. So emission rate over time 6500, and the max particles 650. So that puts the max particles right here at 650, and that gives you your damage. Now, it is different between all weapons, but I will also be dropping a guide once I get verified. I will be dropping a guide on what you want to set your particles at, so where it is fair and it is balanced. But this is what's balanced for a chainsword. So you want to come down here to collision now, and it's going to look like this. You're going to click on it right here, and where it says collides with, you're going to want to come over here to where it says walkthrough, click on it, and then I want bleed. Now bleed on here is called DOT, standing for damage over time. So once you click that, it should say mixed. You want to keep walkthrough and keep whatever is secondary particle or emission on there, and then boom. Now that you have set up the melee system on your sword, you're going to want to grab your model that you're going to be putting it on. Now, we're going to put it on Chuck. Chuck is my Raven Guard Assault. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your chainsword and just adjust it to whichever hand that you wanted to have your hand on. Or not your hand, the sword on. So, once you do so, once you kind of adjust it on there and get it all nice and snug, get it all nice and good. So, once you've done that, then you want to come over here into the configuration on the hierarchy, and you want to go over to whichever hand that you have it on. In my case, it's the left hand. You just drag it and you drop it right there. Now it's meshed, and now it's going to stick with your hand while you're moving. Now then, there is a way that you can make it to where you don't kill yourself with your own particles. Nobody wants to get damaged while they're swinging at something. That is called is localing. How we're going to do that is we're going to make sure that you get the basic controller, and you want to come over here to animation. Now, of course, this was used in a past project for a past video, so it obviously has all the things you want for shooting. Now, you're going to want to create a new clip. How you're going to do that is you're going to come down here to where it says preview, go right under it, and it should say create new clip. Click on that, name it as local, and once you do that, drop down menu on your chainsword or whatever melee weapon and go over to your melee system. Once you do so, press the record button. Then, once you do the record button, turn off collision. That prevents you from actually dying from your own particle system. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to animator. And right here, it should say is local. Now, if yours does not look like this, here's what you're probably doing wrong on why you can't see that animator. Go over to your controller and your animator and just double click it, and then it's all going to be here. Sometimes it doesn't want to save it there, sometimes it does, but that's how you get to this specific controller you want to put it onto. Now, for is local, you want to click on this right here, come over here to this gray box, and now it should say motion up here. So on motion, go over here to the little circle, come up here, and then type in your whatever you named your is local. I obviously just named it regular is local. Once you do that, bam, now you can't kill yourself. Turn off your chainsword, make it a toggle. I'm just gonna name it chainsword. I'm a little lazy. I use a toggle assistant. So once you do that, you're done. That's how you make a chainsword with particles, and that's also how you do is local, so you don't kill yourself with it. I hope you enjoyed this guide, this little short guide, and I will be uploading more guides on different things here in the future. Thank you.